Getting closer and closer to the regular season, we have Camp Day 18. Let's jump into this. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, Camp Day 18. Like I said, we are getting very close to the start of the season. Like I said, the 27th, this Friday, is the last day. So we have camp today, tomorrow, and Friday are the last days opening to the public. And then I think the official last day of training camp is the 5th of September. I'm going off the top of my head. I know that cut day down to 53 is going to be on the 31st. So I'm thinking on the 30th, depending on if the starters play against the Bengals. If the starters don't play against the Bengals, I'm not going to do a video breakdown. I know you guys like them. But if the starters aren't playing, to me, it doesn't seem like, meh. So I'll do the 53-man roster prediction for the 30th. But if they do play, then I'll do, the deeper dive film footage and all that stuff. Before we jump into this video, I got to shout out some of my I guess you could call them sponsors. You got patchvibes.com. Use the promo code DDW2. You get yourself some fantastic patches, hats, t-shirts. They got that Bass Pro Shop style, Finn's Pro Shop, I think it's called. Fantastic stuff. Go over, use the promo code DDW2. You get yourself 20% off. And Backroom Collections. I'm going to start popping up some of their artwork because it's not just the Miami Dolphins. It is NFL teams, and they do fantastic, fantastic work. If you use the promo code DDW, you get yourself 10% off on some fantastic stuff. They're coming out with new styles, new types of designs, not only just canvas, but tile work, all that good stuff. Go over, grab yourself some, and all that good stuff. Now, I have some, you guys said you like the NFL around the NFL news stuff, and I have something for you guys today. The Cincinnati Bengals have announced that Joe Burrow will play limited basis against the Miami Dolphins on Sunday. So Joe Burrow hasn't played week 1 or week 2, and I'm assuming they want to get him, in the groove of things, get him working with the start of the season coming, because most likely he is starting for the team week 1. So they don't want him to be rusty. So he's going against the Dolphins this Sunday. Now, again, I don't know if who's the starters are playing or not. He might be going up against the backup defense, which is good for him. Again, it's more about him getting the rust off and getting back in the groove of NFL speed. So we'll see about that. But that's what I got for you from around the NFL. Some notes going into practice today. Xavier Howard's back at practice after his sickness the other day. Devontae Parker is wearing a red jersey. Pop it up. You could see him running his practice routes. I got another video showing you how windy it was today. It was extremely windy in Florida. For you guys who were there, comment below. Tell us how windy it was. Fuller back at practice today. No red jersey for him. Brendan Scarlett back at practice today. No Albert Wilson, no Adam Pankey, no Sathan Carter, and no Javaris Davis. And Javon Holland wasn't practicing, but he was on the sideline doing some shadow boxing with the strength and conditioning coach, and Vince Beagle was on the bike. I don't know the extent of the Holland injury, and we won't, because Brian Flores keeps it super close and super tight to the chest. Now we get some action as the sun goes behind the cloud, and you can see the lighting difference. Some 11-on-11 work, big gain by Myles Gaskin behind Dieter and Kinley. And just to reiterate to you guys, I'm saying Myles Gaskin. I'm not saying Myles Gaskin. But I guess the fact that I say it so quick, it sounds like I'm saying Gaskins. No, I'm saying Myles Gaskin. I'll be like, I really emphasize it for you. Gaskin. Eric Rowe with a free run on a sack on Tua. Tua has all day to throw, hits Mike Gesicki for an 8-yard gain. Good coverage, though, by Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, and McCourty on that play. Malcolm Brown finds some daylight on a pair of nice runs. First one is just a big gap, and the second one is patience on Malcolm Brown, waiting for the hole to open. Brissett to McLean for a nice catch, and you might be asking, who the flip is McLean? He is a wide receiver we picked up a few weeks ago. Then got a little 7-on-7 drills. Great coverage by the defense. This is a very defensive day. An extremely defensive day. Byron, Rowe, Coleman, McCourty, Baker forces Tua to check it down constantly. Tua throws a pick over the middle to Xavier Howard. I have that video here for you guys. Nick Needham pass breakup on Devontae Parker. Then Noah with a nice pass breakup from Brissett. Almost an interception there. Got some O-line, D-line action, one-on-one. Agba and Zach Zeiler, back-to-back impressive reps working with Dieter and Hunt. Raekwon McMillan, nice move on Dieter. Jackson shuts down an outside pass rush from Jalen Phillips. Phillips with a nice rush move around Coleman and George Little, Greg Little, Christopher Little. I 9,000 names. It's good George or Greg. It's Greg Little. Nice block on Ginkle. Then we got some special teamwork. Pilardi with some impressive punts, but he probably did help that he had the wind at his back for those. And Jamal Perry with great essentially the punt landed about the 5 and it bounced. He one-handed grabbed it, dove, and threw it back to the 1. Great play by Jamal Perry. Got some special teams notes there. Then I got a ton of 11-on-11 teamworks for you, right? Ball blows from the spot where the offensive line is in the huddle. Let's show you how windy it is. Tua with a dime to Kirk Merritt, 20 yards in the air on a deep crossing route. Great play, and then he probably took it the rest of the way afterwards. Tua wants a quick pass to Waddle, but X shuts down that route, so he just throws the ball away. Gaskin, big chunk yardage behind Jackson and Kinley and Dieter. Nice left side run. Good to see that. Raekwon Davis, a tackle for no gain. Jenkins meets Brown. Tackle for no gain. Tyshawn Render stacks up his man, forces Gaskin back to the inside. 1 yard gain. Gaskin picks up a blitz, gives Brissett more time to throw. He throws that behind Kirk Merritt, who has to turn his body, still makes the catch. I think Kirk Merritt might make this team. Tucker with a nice block on Phillips. Brown rips a big gain. Offensive celebrates, and it's one of the few celebrations that we see today. Christian Wilkins with his second back-to-back backfield tackles for loss. Howard with a nice pass breakup from Tua to Waddle. Howard was on today. Yes, the whole defense, but he was all over the place. Jordan Scarlett drops a pass from Brissett with a Guavin in the area. And then Jordan Phillips gets a would-be sack on Brissett. Again, Dolphins. It's the Miami Dolphins defense. Dolphins completely dominating today. Roberts beats his block to get into the backfield. Landon Roberts. Christian Wilkins with a nice move on Jesse Davis to get the sack on that. Tua swings out to Ahmed, quick snap, boom, gets the ball out to Ahmed. Byron Jones is right there. Pass break up, nothing. Brissett finds Gaskin over the middle. Instant stop by Brandon Jones. Brissett drops a dime to Perry with Troll Williams in coverage. Wind actually helps that pass a little bit there. Zeiler dominating, stacking up the run and winning on the outside pressure. Tua tries Gesicki over the middle, but Eric Rowe is just blanketing Gesicki on that play. Elena Roberts stacks Scarlett at the line of scrimmage. Tua climbs the pocket, finds Waddle, and we saw that with the last preseason game. Tua's getting very good at keeping his poise and climbing the pocket. Very nice to see that still doing in camp. Byron, nice rep with Grant, stayed with him for an incomplete pass there. Nick Needham, nice pass breakup on Waddle over the middle. Zeiler comes clean immediately for a sack. I'm telling you, it's just defense. Troy Williams picks off Jacoby Brissett. Agua pushes the pocket through the tackle and guard. Tua tries to step up in the pocket, get away from the pressure. The pocket's just gone. So Tua tries to step up. He tries to get the ball to Matt Collins. Matt Collins reaches up, tries to get it, tips the ball in the air. Xavier Howard picks it off and runs it back for a pick 6. And then Jacoby Brissett with a nice pass to Hunter Long for about 20 yards. And then a little special teams notes to end this one for you. Sanders kicks with the win. He made 3 of 4, 1 for 48 yards, and the one he missed was 53 yards off of the uprights. So again, just a very, very, very dominant defensive day. When it came to who I normally get my intel from, it wasn't a lot of people reporting. It's like Travis Wingfield and some other people reporting. But from what I'm reading and what I'm telling you guys, it was just defense, and some more defense. I got some player quotes from Tua. He says planning to play on essentially, they asked him, are you playing Sunday? He says he's planning to play, right? He's preparing and planning to play against Cincinnati, but he says it's not up to him. it's up to Brian Flores. So he's preparing and planning to play, but Brian Flores might be like, "Nah, you're done for preseason," which I really hope he says that to him. And then Jerome Baker says communication leads to anticipation, and that's how you make plays when it comes to the defense being so good at taking the ball away and being so dominant. And then Shaquem Griffith says, "This has been my best camp since I've been in the league." So that is what I got for you for camp today. Again, it is extremely defensive dominant with 3 interceptions, a ton of pass breakups, a ton of tight coverage, run stopping at the line. There wasn't many plays. Again, there probably was more than was reading and told, but just defensive, just swarming. Let's see if tomorrow the offense can bounce back, start throwing a ton of touchdowns. But be sure to comment below. What do you guys think of today? And again, I told you guys before the preseason, before the offseason started in training camp, that you could expect days like this. You could expect days where the defense is going to, have the upper hand, and then the next day the offense might, and all that good stuff, because of the familiarity of playing against these people in camp consistently. For the past couple of weeks, they've put the pads on and went up against other people, and then they're back to their own guys. So it seems like the defense dominated them a little bit there, which, just to take some perspective, take a step back, when the Dolphins were joint practice, right, with the Bears and the Falcons, Dolphins moved the ball. Yeah, they might have gotten stopped here and there, and it always seemed like the first day of joint practice, the defense of the opposing team was a little bit upper-handed, but the Dolphins were still scoring touchdowns. The Dolphins were still doing things, and then the second day, Dolphins offense was dominant. So you see that against the Falcons and the Bears, but then all of a sudden, Dolphins have a hard time. I think that's just a good saying of what the Dolphins defense is going to bring this season. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too optimistic in that aspect. But like I said, comment below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. Now, this comment comes from this comment. I'm losing it today. This comment comes from Typhoon, and he says, "Doug, with all the releases and cuts, do you see them making pickups on the O-line player or two to try out with our O-line issues? And why are there so many injured starting wide receivers that had all offseason to get ready for the season but have not played at all?" Yeah, they're going to try to pick up some, we got to cut down to 53 on by the 31st. They'll probably cut down a little bit more if they see other teams releasing potential top surprise offensive linemen or players in that aspect. But when it comes to why are these players injured, you get a month off. They train and all that stuff, and then there's certain nagging injuries that just pop up. Also, we don't know what the injuries are. So it's a lot of assumptions, right? Oh, look, so-and-so's injured again. Oh, look, so-and-so's injured again. They might not even be a serious injury. Like Will Fuller said the other day, I could have practiced, a week ago. It's just they're slow playing bringing me back because they don't want a setback in the injury. That's a lot of what's happening. These top talents, if you're banged up, we know what you have. We know what you can contribute. We know what you can bring. Don't rush it back. Get better so we can have you for the season. That's a lot of, especially with the wide receivers, with Albert Wilson, Devontae Parker, Will Fuller. Preston Williams had a big injury, But with those other three, it's a lot of, we know what you can bring to this team. And you're a vet, so you necessarily don't need the training camp experience. So we'll slowly bring you back. And it's nothing to, freak out about, but got to stay healthy if we want to be dominant. But that is the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another day of camp, tomorrow and Friday, and then they get the day off. Then they face the Cincinnati Bengals, I think up in Cincinnati. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. They'll probably leave Saturday. Like I said, no video, no camp on Saturday. And then Monday, depending if the starters play or not, I will either be doing my 53-man roster prediction or I will be doing my video breakdown. But, you're still going to get your 53-man roster prediction. It's just depending on if it's Saturday or if it's Monday. But other than that, guys, see you tomorrow. Like usual, stay classy. Fans up.